things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UCLA's offense will go on the attack first. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Bruins send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Wolverines offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy.
Turning it on! They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. He'll keep it himself. Got some room to run. Bulldozes his way through. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. And the Bruins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Pulls it and fires to the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The give to the tailback. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from one. Rides the back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC, so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on them.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Safe completion on the screen. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The lone back's got it. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run play action. Buys a little time. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got him downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
And tackled there by the defense.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket, forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Starting to feel a little pressure. There, headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, and these hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. Got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. Looking to throw on 1st down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Under fire. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. That midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick completion on the out route. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. And the Wolverines are on the move. He wants to throw it again. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This just looks like too much backyard football from this quarterback right now. We've already seen a pick in this game. Bad fundamentals on that last throw, throwing it off his back leg. He needs to trust his coaching. He just needs to settle himself down.
It's in the tight end in motion. To the ground with the back. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first down and wants more. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end now in motion. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. The RPO complete. Touchdown, Wolverines. A great catch and run for 6. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Bruins moving quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got his man. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone from the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it. So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Punts it out of the air. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. To the air on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
This time he's got it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Humphries. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their... Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And now... Second down for this offense. Using his legs, it's Montgomery. Shakes off the defender. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
It's complete to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Quarterback moving. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get outside. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Touchdown! with that trip to the house. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, no, he's got him.
Michigan, 35, UCLA, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Give to the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field.
On to punt it away.
Cradles it at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. He's got it down the left. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And they pick up just a few.
Second down. Got it.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll run it from the gun. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Often Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pulls it in. It's McGarry. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to beat Chen.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So here comes the Michigan offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
On the play.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
There he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Yeah, and he's done a great job all game long, making the right decisions, but knowing when to pull it and continue to keep drives alive. He's continuing to make the right decision time and time again.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I think that time he was trusting his awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Hines is tight end. Open space at the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Hardy. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Snap in the shotgun. Rush is on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Five wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Dorsey. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To throw, it's Hardy. Makes the catch. Knocked off his feet. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Turns it on in midfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Van Dyke. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from